Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Irin Zulkifli and today I'll be discussing a topic to persuade audiences regarding on why you should consider on adopting a pet from the pet shelters. To begin with, it is important for us to acknowledge the fact that every year, billions of cats and dogs enter the animal shelters, and tragically, most of them never get to find a permanent home. According to a statistic data made by the Shelter Animal Counts in 2019, approximately around 6.3 million of companion animals enters the US animal shelters nationwide. Out of those, this includes 3.1 million of dogs and also 3.2 million of cats. Animal shelters nowadays faces many problems, including overcrowding issues and also resource challenges. From the recent problem, this may lead to many difficult decisions to be made, including euthanasia, or basically they are putting to sleep or rather mercy killings in the context of animals, apply to those with underlying medical issues and even behavioral problems. Ultimately, adopting a pet from the shelter can be one of the many compassionate and responsible choices that a pet owner can take, considering it has the potential to save the life of animals in need, often more affordable rather than having a pet owner to purchase a pet from a pet breeder, and lastly break the cycle of overpopulation amongst cats and dogs. One of the most significant reasons on why you should consider to adopt a pet from a shelter rather than shop for them is because it saves the lives of those in need. As we all might have recognized, many shelters across the country faces problems regarding overcrowding, so in order for them to solve such problem, they will have to resort to pleas for adoption. This can then reduce the risk of euthanizing any healthy animals that are under their care at the animal shelters. Due to this happens because of many kind of challenges that most animal shelters faces, like resource constraint and also space limitation. It is estimated around 2.7 million of adoptable cats and dogs were euthanized in the animal shelters in the US alone. This number could be significantly reduced if only most of us resorts to adopting rather than shopping for pets. Whenever somebody made a choice to adopt a pet from a shelter, they simultaneously provide a loving home for the animals in need and help to save those who are at risk to being euthanized due to factors like space limitation and resource constraints as mentioned earlier. Each adoption helps decrease the overcrowding issues that many shelters lately have been facing and reducing the need from such tragic outcomes to happen in the first place. Additionally speaking, adopting from a pet shelter can become more cost effective, seeing that you don't have to purchase from a pet breeder or rather your local pet stores. Many animal shelters nowadays actually provide veterinary procedures including vaccination and also spaying, one that can significantly reduce the burden of pet ownership that many pet owners faces nowadays. This happens because these procedures can be extra costly when they were arranged independently, but shelters often include these fees into the adoption fee. So, by resorting to the act of adopting a pet from a shelter, you not only save a lot of money, but you also happen to support the welfare of organizations that has the sole mission to rescue animals that are in need. The money you spend on adoption fees would simultaneously fund the organizations in charge to contribute more for the care of homeless animals out there. Another crucial benefit from considering on adopting a pet from a shelter is that it helps us to break the cycle of overpopulations amongst animals nowadays. Many animals from the shelters has actually been spayed or neutered before they were released for adoption, which then can simultaneously prevent unplanned litters and also the chances of the pets being homeless in the first place. For example, an unaltered female cat can produce up to 420,000 of kittens in just 7 years, astonishingly around 60,000 kittens per year. So by resorting to adopting a pet from a shelter itself, it can help to support the animal welfare organizations out there to tackle issues regarding overpopulations among animals, mainly involving cats and dogs in the first place. Moreover, when animals get adopted, they simultaneously gives more space for the caregivers to take in more homeless animals out there under their care. This can then create a major ripple effect from having one pet getting adopted to having many others being saved and being cared for. A quick summary, considering pet adoption from your local shelter has proven to have many numerous benefits, not only to an adopter and also an entire community out there. Pet adoption saves the lives of animals in need, offers an affordable option for future pet owners, and helps to address issues regarding overpopulations amongst homeless animals out in the street. The choice to adopt actually extends far beyond the shelter's walls alone, as it is proven to strengthen communities and also remind us regarding the profound connection that we have also with other living beings out there. By choosing for adoptions, individuals not only become a part of a movement, as they manage to create a lasting change that free up shelter space for other animals in need, supporting the shelter workers, and also inspire others to choose for compassion as well. So to conclude, adopting a pet from a shelter is more than just bringing a pet home, as it is an act of kindness that has the potential to save many lives and makes the world a far more better place out there.